Kong Republic I like. Speaking your truth on the mic. Hit the subscribe and like. Time to
Kongcast.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another great episode of Kongcast happening right here in Kong Republic. My name is Yans and I am your host, well, all the time. And then I am here with Kirshen, and you guys definitely know.
What up, guys?
He is my co-host, guys. And then we have Mr. DJ Nova behind the cameras, behind all the audio, making us look pristine as always. But here at Kong Republic, we are with the people, for the people, and about the people. And right now, we are sitting with a fantastic designer, a master manipulator of Photoshop, ladies and gentlemen, a unique and iconic creative in the industry. Please welcome Shala The Unicorn. Hey.
Thank you for being here, man.
Thank you for coming. You good?
Thank you for having me.
Awesome stuff,
I'm
man.
too good.
You too good? Too nice? Awesome stuff. Well, how we normally start the show, we start off with a few icebreakers, you know, just to get into the flow of things.
Okay.
And it looks like I'm going to go first. So, what is the first thing that you did for the last time?
Yo. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no. You know, I'm a big movie buff, right?
Okay.
So if I see a movie I like, I want to watch it. And then I have this whole big thing about watching movies.
Right.
And I have to think about it afterwards. I have to analyze it and all of that. So I saw this movie. I saw the trailer.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, this movie, I have to watch it.
Hyped you
But
up.
then life happened and I just didn't watch it for 4 weeks. I held it off, right?
Okay.
And then I finally watched it. Wow, it is the last time I am watching that movie.
What movie?
It's called Men.
Men.
Right?
Okay.
Oh man, have you ever seen a man give birth?
Oh, jeez.
No.
Multiple times.
Oh, jeez.
No.
On the floor. No. It's the last time. It was the first and last time I watched that movie.
You watched that movie, okay?
Yeah, no, Wow.
That's the first thing
And I
you've
was
done.
rooting for it.
The trailer put it up there, huh?
Yo,
Yeah.
up, all the way up.
Right.
All the way up.
Yeah.
So the next one is,
Yes.
you could hang out with a cartoon character for the day. Which cartoon character would that be and why?
This is a hard one, hey?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's a
Why
hard
you a big
one.
anime fan, cartoon fan?
I am.
Yeah.
I watch a whole lot of... Invadism.
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 Invadism, okay.
Yeah, it's this crazy little, alien thing
Okay.
that wants to prove itself to its makers, and it wants to take over the world. But it's just dumb. It's just... it just does all the wrong moves. But the thing I like about it, it believes in itself so much that some stuff start working out. You know?
Right.
Yeah,
That's the
really
cartoon
inspiring character.
Ah.
Yeah, and funny as hell also. So Invadism. Yeah.
Yeah,
You should go
okay.
check. There's a movie on Netflix.
I'll
It's a
check it
full-on
out.
movie on this.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a big thing.
Invadism. Must check it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta check
That
it out,
seems
guys.
like a better story, though, hey? Than the one with the men.
Yeah, I know. All right, well, no, we'll move on. We'll get straight into the entire interview.
So who's the
Yes.
creative in your family? Because you are a massive creative, ma'am.
Right.
You're a big creative, doing so much creative stuff in the industry. Where do you get it from? Is it mom? Is it dad? Is it grandpa? Is it a secret sibling? Or
man.
what is
Is
it?
it all just you?
Yeah. Is it all just, it can't be all
Yeah,
just
I
you.
think everyone in my family contributed to a small part of my influence. Really,
Right.
My granny was she was like a Nkabi, man. She was too much. She was,
Too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
And she loved money.
Yeah.
And she was the businesswoman,
Right.
full on money breadwinner.
Sure.
And she always stood her ground. And she was always the first, the only woman, she was always that one, the
Yeah.
first to do something. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she was cute too.
Yeah.
My dad, he started capturing a lot of things when I was a child. He started taking photos of everyone and everything. I got
see.
interested in that, and he was also heavily. He loved music. There was always music playing when I was a kid.
Right.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
He had a collection of CDs. I have a collection of CDs now.
Yeah.
So all my influences just and my brother is one of the best vocalists ever to exist.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everything was just put together.
Yeah.
And
It made
Does
your...
it sing? Does he sing?
Yeah, he does. He's actually living in Spain right now.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, singing every day.
Really?
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name is Keegan.
Okay.
Keegan Martin. He was like a finalist on Idols like a couple of years back. Yeah.
Spain, like Ricky Martin, but now it's Keegan Martin.
Yeah. But not Ricky Martin, because Ricky Martin's been doing some shady stuff. So let's not have
let's not
there.
link that together.
And he once convinced me that Ricky Martin was my uncle, and I believed him.
Really?
Yeah. You know,
That
but
sounds like a brother thing to do,
Yo,
man. Yeah, straight up.
I
What
went to-
genre is he in?
he used to do gospel,
Right.
and now he just does like pop.
Nice.
Just pop.
Oh, okay.
That's both.
Yeah,
Just both,
yeah. Finalist on Idols. You know, you have to be very good to get it that far, man.
I would never do it in my life.
No, I would never too. Not a singer here, man. But okay, since all of your family are creatives and just in general, when did you start drawing? First time?
I think I was 4.
4?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you drew?
I used to draw. Oh yeah, I do actually remember what I drew. I went to creche, right?
Right.
And this guy, the teacher's son, he was like older than the rest of us.
Okay.
So he came to sit down and he's like, yo, I can draw all the Dragon Ball Z characters exactly how they are.
Right.
And he was like drawing them and everyone was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, oh my God. Oh my God. And I was like,
This guy's weak. This guy's flat.
This guy
Guy's weak.
Weak, bro. Weak.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you're talking big. You do it then. I'm
Right.
like, okay, fine. Do you want extra characters? I'll throw in SpongeBob.
Sure.
I'll throw in whatever. And then I always became that kid that was just drawing class
Oh,
all the
confidence
time.
just from that
No,
age already.
You
Yeah.
at
4 years old.
4 years old, giving people.
Yeah. I was so cheeky. I was so cheeky.
That was like
and
a
I'm still
thing.
like that.
That was
so
definitely a thing in school, man. Doing Dragon Ball Z characters and drawing. Yeah, no, that
I
was
was 8 and I was the top dog.
yeah, top dog.
Top dog.
Everyone came to you for the drawings.
I even there was a point where I started selling them.
Wow.
I
Okay.
started selling them. I was like, nah, I
You're
can
too
make
good at
money.
this.
I'm too good. I'm too good.
No, 100%.
Being in the creative era and industry, who would you say, and I'm talking about worldwide, creatively, do you look up to?
There's a few.
Because we all look
Yeah.
up to you. So who do you look up to? You know?
I look
Yeah.
up to everyone because I'm so short. Like shit. I look up to everyone. I mean, I'm influenced by almost everyone I meet. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I have the most creative friends, the most creative influences that I just look up to.
Right.
But I think mostly I'm a big fan of Jean-Michel Basquiat,
Oh,
the
okay.
painter.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of James Terrell, the light artist.
Sure.
I'm huge fan of certain directors.
Right.
There's, I'm going to butcher his name, as I always do. Yorgos Lanthimos.
Okay.
He's a director. Big fan of Nadia Lee Cohen,
Okay.
an American director
Okay.
and a
Right.
creative director. There are a lot. There's
Yeah.
like a whole
Too many
list.
inspirations.
There's too many, but mostly right now it's just everyone around me.
Yeah, I know you named some people that I'm sure not a lot of people know out there. Definitely.
Yo,
yeah.
there's a long list, yeah.
You draw inspiration from basically everyone that you see or you enjoy their work. that type of
Everything,
thing.
like even my work process when I start working,
Right.
I have a book open. I have the TV on. I have my laptop playing something.
Yeah.
I have my phone on a tutorial. I have like music playing in the background. It's just all like visual stimulation, visual and like yeah.
Sounds like chaos.
Shala, you
It's
can do
complete
that.
chaos.
You can do that because you're a woman. I guarantee you. I guarantee you.
Oh.
You get a dude to do
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Guy, he'll lose his mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you know the other day I felt like the exact same thing what you just said is happening. Right? My wife is watching something on TV and
Yeah.
I'm doing something on YouTube and she got music playing on the phone and then somebody sent me a text and she still replied to that. Only a woman can do that, man. I mean, like
So ours is chaos. It's
yeah,
like there's too many
too
things,
many things
man.
happening.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense to me because then I draw inspiration from every single piece of information that I get and it's all kind of mushed together. It makes me think differently about what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Like if I'm looking at a cup, thinking about a cup, I'm only thinking about it as a cup.
Right.
But if I'm thinking about like something else and I'm looking at a cup, I see like a pattern. I
Okay.
can see like a bridge between the two.
Okay.
And that makes me
You connect
that
them.
makes me look at it with a different lens and I can imagine something new out of just a cup. You know what I
Ah, I
mean?
see.
Be like, what if this was made out of this texture. You know what I mean?
I see.
Because I have this fashion book open that just shows like a bunch of fabrics, and I'm like, wait, but you know, what would this look like if this was like malleable? You know,
Right.
something like that. So
Ah.
it's just all that influence to just make whatever I'm making the most unique thing.
Yeah.
As
Sheesh.
much as I can be. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you draw inspiration in a very unique way, no lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no lie. Okay. Well, when it comes to your professional work that you've done, who was the first celebrity that you did artwork for?
I art directed a performance now
Okay.
when I was 7, right?
Okay.
When you were 7.
Yeah, this is quite embarrassing. But like, my cousins and I. Okay, so my uncle. Here's the trick. My uncle's a celebrity.
Oh, okay.
Who's
Shout
your
out
uncle?
Saint Mias.
Zane.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
okay. Actor.
Yeah, actor.
Yes.
So
No way.
my cousins and I, we were like, guys, the thing is now we need to make a performance, but we
Right.
need to make it the most banging performance
Yeah.
ever.
Right.
So we're gonna do like a dance routine, and we're gonna sing, and then I was like, okay, I'm an art direct. This one must stand here. This one must do this one must wear this one must, you know.
Right.
And I'm also in the performance, but like, yeah. And
You controlling
my
the things.
brother's controlling the vocal arrangements.
Right.
My one cousin is doing some of the aesthetics. I'm doing like the arrangements. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess the first thing I did was that.
For your dad.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, for my uncle. Yeah.
For your uncle. So sorry. Yeah. Damn.
So when they came over, we were like, okay, watch this.
And what was the verdict? What did your uncle say?
Oh, they were so amazed. They were like, wow. And
cheering it on.
they
Yeah.
were like, damn, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
No,
Very
that's
nice.
dope. That's dope. Okay, are you a good dancer? Would you say?
Oh no.
No?
No.
So
no.
you were just freestyling it the
Everybody's
whole way.
like, Shala can do everything, Shala can do it. And I'm always like, yeah, I can.
Yeah.
But there's one thing I don't mention. Dancing.
Dancing.
Miss me.
That
No.
ain't it.
So, ma'am, you very
Yes.
unique for a particular style,
Mm-hmm.
and I will say, you know, that style is visual style on, you know, the artworks you create. So when did it all start? When did you start using Photoshop and becoming so skilled at the software to manipulate and create such beautiful artworks? Do you remember the first time you started using Photoshop and, you know, your experience? How has it been so far?
Yeah, I do. Actually, it wasn't a long time ago. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I only got like my first laptop in 2016.
Oh okay.
The first time using a laptop, even I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, okay, you know, it's not Microsoft Paint, but and I didn't have any Photoshop until maybe like 3 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
Genuinely. And I was like, I am so tired of telling people what to do. Like,
Yes.
and they don't give
way
me
you
what
want it.
I want.
Sure.
Like, I'm busy explaining, no, I think the thing should look like this. And they're just like, what? And the way I explain things is not the one. So,
It's just easier for you to
it's
pick it up.
just
do
easy
it.
for me to do it. So
Right.
everything that I wanted to do that I couldn't explain, I'll just do. And I think that's the reason why I
Right.
do so many things, is because I'll just learn how to do it on the spot.
Right.
And from then on, my style just built because I had like specific things that I'd like. I was like, oh, I like this grungy look. I like this, you know, avant-garde type of approach to things.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're totally self-taught in Photoshop then, ma'am?
I'm self-taught with everything.
Everything.
Fantastic.
Everything, yeah.
And what was your method when you were learning? What was the best thing for you? Because I find personally, when it comes to a lot of software stuff, mainly Photoshop, because I'm you know, I
Yeah.
use Photoshop quite a lot, and you know, Photoshop is actually what I'm mastered in corporate in terms of your high-end retouching and stuff. You know, I know it takes a long time to build your skill set up to get to a stage, but you did that in quite a short period of time.
Yeah.
So creatively to get from where you started off, because I mean, when you start Photoshop, you're not as good as what you are right now.
Yeah.
So that process, tell me about that process, and what was your creative way of learning? Because I can't read a book and learn the software. I need to
Yeah.
go on YouTube or see someone do it. Like,
Yeah.
what was your way to get you to the skill set you're at right now, from a technical point of view?
One thing about me, I always throw myself in the deep end one
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
So I didn't start off learning like I started off charging people for work.
Right.
Like,
Wow.
yeah.
Then you started learning.
Yeah, I used them to learn.
Sheesh.
Like, I was like, I'm not gonna learn for free.
Right.
No.
I like it.
Gotta get paid to learn.
Yeah, because the thing is, they don't know that I'm learning.
Right.
They just see the end product. They're like, wow, sharp.
Yeah.
That time
This
I'm
is
like,
killer.
I'm gonna charge for this.
This-
There's no way I'm frustrating myself for free.
Right.
I'll never do that. So I was like, hey, do you want this?
Yeah.
Let me do it. It's this much.
Right.
And then I figure out how to do it. And now I'm under pressure because I have people depending on me. Because if I'm
Yes.
just doing it alone and I'm like, there's no specific goal, there's no right or wrong, you know?
Yeah,
Then I'm
yeah.
not really learning because I can just be like, this is nonsense.
Yeah,
And just leave it.
yeah.
Now this thing has to be
It
perfect.
has to be done, yeah.
It has to be perfect.
Yes.
So, and it has to be within this time frame.
100%.
So that's how I just started doing
Started
it.
learning that way?
Started learning.
Putting
I was
yourself
like,
under pressure.
yeah, I was charging big celebrities for whatever. I was like, yo, you see this thing, I can do it. That time,
Yeah.
I have no idea. But I learned.
Right. Executed as well.
Sorry, you guys are my guinea pigs. Still love you though.
Yeah, 100%.
You guys helped me.
That's amazing that
Yeah.
you do that, because I mean, like, once again, I went through the traditional thing: go to university, study, figure it out, learn. And at university they don't teach you nothing in terms of, okay, you do this and you do that. I mean, we had the basic tools, but the fact of the matter is that you jumped in head on. That just tells you you want to grab the bull by its horn
One time.
and take it on. That's amazing.
Yeah, I always want to fight. I'm like,
Yeah.
So you're hungry then, ma'am? You're
yeah, I'm
hungry.
always like, what's the hardest thing I could possibly do right now? I'm going to do that.
Fantastic.
I never take the easy way out.
Yeah.
I hate it, but then I'm like, yeah, let me do it.
It's worth
I'm
it.
gonna,
Yeah, it's worth it at the end of the day.
Because I'm not going to enjoy it or feel motivated if it's too easy.
Right,
I
right.
mean, like,
Well, I mean, you are mostly known for your visual arts, right?
yeah.
So what other entertainment avenues would you say you're interested in going into? Because you do directing as well, but
Yeah.
any other things that you're interested in?
Oh, man, I love fashion. I love fashion so much.
Yeah?
But for a long time, I didn't, care about it enough. I cared
Okay.
about contributing to it, just like music.
Yeah.
I was like, I love this thing so much, but, the only thing I want to do is, make stuff for it and not be involved in it.
Contribute to it, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but designing some pieces, I wouldn't mind.
No.
Also with interior design, I really love making things because I can sculpt as well.
Right.
So just making
You can sculpt?
Yeah, I can sculpt.
Fantastic.
So making installations and
Right.
making installations with a function is just so challenging. It's interesting. It's interesting.
Right.
Yeah, I'm also really interested in entertainment. I love events. I love musical events, obviously,
Yes.
because I love music so much. So
Right.
it's I just want to see it all. Yeah.
Somebody who's been doing something for a while and then they...
I've been lucky enough to have the best mentors, even
Yeah.
mentors that didn't even know they were my mentors.
A lot of advisors?
Yo,
Too many.
too many.
Who's been the most impactful?
My art teacher
Oh, okay.
that almost failed me so many times.
Really?
He humbled me.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was the big dog, top
Right.
shot. I was like, yo, all of these people, I'm body them.
Yeah.
And he's like, is it?
Is it? Right.
Is this from school?
Yeah, this is from school. I went to an art school.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So at least I got some training there,
Yeah.
But I only went there. I went there in grade 11, so I was a bit late.
Why?
I didn't know that there was a school for weirdos. I don't know. I was out here, in normal
You
public
found
school.
yourself in the right environment.
Just bunking and drawing.
Right.
On my school timetable, I have art just highlighted. And science and English, and that's it. The rest,
Wow,
they didn't
everything.
see me. They didn't see me at all.
They must rest.
They must rest. They must rest. They were non-compulsory subjects to me. I was
Right.
And then everyone just saw me drawing all the time. They're like, you know what? There's an art school, eh?
Yeah.
And I was like, are you serious? You tell
I
me
can
this
do
now?
this? Yeah, I can
you
do
tell me
this?
this now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I went there, and I got humbled very fast.
Yeah.
This one time I did a painting for 2 weeks. This painting, I'm painting, and it's hyper realistic.
Right.
I was so stressed out, and I'm enjoying this thing, but I'm stressed out. And he doesn't do any critique. He just keeps quiet. So
Right.
the fact that he lets me do it, I'm like, I'm killing it.
Yeah.
I'm killing it.
Yeah.
If he's not even giving
Saying
me advice,
anything, sure.
I'm killing it. He just walks past, looks at it, and he's like, walks past. I'm
Right.
like, I'm killing it. Almost 3 days before my exam, where this thing is due,
Yeah.
he's like, So you've made a star. And I was like, oh yeah. He's like, a disaster. Yeah. I was like, not the corny joke on top of like crushing my dreams.
Right.
Yeah, and then he just taught me how to relearn everything that I thought I knew, and his like harsh criticism helped me so much. Yeah.
But sometimes you need that. You need someone who could, make you.
Oh, you need that.
Humble you, because it makes you a better designer. It really does. Because you think like, you're creative, but as a creative, you have to feel like that.
Yeah.
You have to feel like you're the shit. But, to get a critique and saying, oh, this looks cock and that looks terrible.
Yeah.
It's good because it makes you a better designer.
Honestly.
And
Honestly.
creatively, and I can vouch for this. Being in the industry, over the years, over the last 15 years of working in commercial, I know where I started off and where I am right now in terms of creatively, and the only way I evolved is by doing people telling you, this work is or this is
This needs to be fixed.
you need 100% and criticism. And I don't know whether you remember the first day we met, because I think criticism is very important.
Oh yeah.
But the first day I met, I found out you did Uncle Waffles cover.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna get to just now, but I came and asked you for a crit on the cover that we did.
Yeah.
Immediately. I don't know whether you remember that.
Yeah.
Immediately I was like, yo, don't ask me.
Yeah.
Don't ask
Like,
me.
you don't want this.
Genuinely.
Don't want the smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's good. But it's good because there's no such thing as bad criticism. Like in my opinion, there's no. I don't believe there is. I mean, that's someone's opinion. It's valid. It's their opinion. That's how they feel. Art is such a. It's such a thing where
vast.
Yeah, if somebody have a negative thing on it, they have a negative thing on it. That's their opinion on it, and you have to respect it.
Yeah. I don't say that my opinion on whatever this thing is like dogma. It's like the thing that you should go with. There is no should. There's no right or wrong.
Yes.
I'm just telling you from my eyes.
For sure.
I think this is gag.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take it or leave it, like
Sure.
to be honest. But if I'm telling you something is gag, I mean it with like the best intentions.
Sure.
Like I'm not trying to break you down. But like there's so many creatives that ask me like, what do you think about this? Ask any of them, I tell them the truth. They never ask me again.
Yeah.
They never ask me again because I'm like,
This ain't it.
I think as a creative, if you could learn to take criticism, that's
Yeah.
the biggest evolution.
because
you'll
I
go
had
through.
to do that.
Yeah.
I had to do that. I had to take it to the chest,
Sure.
and I improved from there. I improved. I went from almost failing to like getting
the best.
100%.
art award of the district.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's failing, and that was like failing art for me.
Yeah.
Never. I was like, never. This is the
Never
one
days.
thing no one can beat me in.
Right.
And then I was like sitting at like, almost like 40 something.
Right.
I was like, no ways.
Yeah. Humbled you straight up.
Humbled me,
Yeah.
and it worked. It really worked.
But talking about working, right? You worked on many creative projects. Creative projects. What did you have the most fun with?
Yeah, which
There's
one?
always that one
A
project.
select one that's
it's
like,
not the biggest. It's
even
never
if it's close to the heart, and you're like, yo,
Yeah.
what? You know what? This one, I left myself on this. I'm nice.
And I had so much fun.
Yeah.
It was you legit had fun though. Every step of it. Did you ever have a piece like that?
I think shout out JR Echo.
Right.
All of my projects with JR is the most fun.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the most fun.
Dope,
We have a ball in the studio.
Right.
But if I think about it, the most fun that I've had is definitely on the set of Elain's You're the One.
I see.
It was just such good vibes, good people. Everyone is so
Right.
lovely. Everyone is so like willing to just make beautiful stuff.
Yes.
And we were all experimenting, and
Yeah.
it was so much fun. It was so much fun. After that, we didn't even want to leave each other. Like
Yeah.
whole time, like it's over now. The video's over, but we
Right.
all just
You're like, is
carried
it
on
really?
hanging out. We all carried
Don't
on
you
out.
wanna shoot something?
We started having some drinks, started ordering food. We were like, no,
Right.
let's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep the vibes.
That was so much fun.
Yeah.
How long was that project? How long creatively to execute?
Well, it took maybe like 3-4 weeks to plan,
Yeah.
and then 2 days to shoot.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
There's always more work. from
Yeah,
a production
beforehand.
And
point
then
of view.
post also took like
Another 2-3 weeks.
another 2-3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about right. That's about right.
Sheesh. Okay, well, when it comes to your visual arts, right, what would you say is your signature style? Like, one thing that everyone will walk away with when they ask you to do like an artwork? Do you have a signature?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
There is always something in the video that I made myself with my hands. Literally.
Like
yeah.
handmade every. Oh wow.
There's
okay.
always something there that I did.
Right.
Yeah. And then another thing is I'm always trying to show you something that you've never seen like that before.
Yeah.
Like you've seen it before.
Sure.
But you haven't seen it like that. You
yeah.
know?
There's a twist to it.
Yeah, whether I'm talking about the artist or I'm talking about, a location or even if I'm just talking about how the camera frames things.
Right.
You're going to see it, but you're not going to see it like that.
Right,
I'm always
right.
like, how could I do this differently from how it's been done before?
I saw it before.
Yeah.
All that. Well, guys, I mean, we're definitely going to switch it up. On our way back, we're going to carry on with another great interview here on Kongcast with Shala the Unicorn. But we'll be back right after this.
Now, for a limited time, get your exclusive photo shoot for only 2,450 Rand and get a free A1 canvas print. This special includes 20 high-resolution images, 3 hours of editing and retouching, 2 background options of your choice, includes photographer, gear hire, assistant, and refreshments. Get your exclusive photo shoot done at Kong Republic Studios based here in Kyalami, Midrand.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. We are with another great guest on Kongcast. We are here with the lovely Shala the Unicorn. Woo!
You guys need that thing like Timo touch.
So, ma'am, let's talk about creatively, right? So, Instagram is an awesome place to showcase your work, and I think you showcase your work very creatively on Instagram. Okay, but let's talk about like getting involved, because you mentioned you want to get involved in other pieces of artwork, and you said earlier when I had a chat with you, movies is one of them, right? So how did you get from doing visuals and now what's luring you into the whole production thing,
entertainment in general,
production?
Yeah.
Because you want to do your own shows, you want to do screens. I mean, you want to get into the whole visual side. So it's it's more than now just a static image. You want to produce massive pieces of content. So tell us about that progression. How did we get here, and your journey to the way you are at the moment?
Yeah. Well, to start, like, this thing's always been bigger than me,
Right.
Always. I started with drawing. From drawing, it went to painting. From painting, it went to making things. Like, I was like, okay, I see the 2D paintings, but now I want to touch it. I want to.
Right.
I started making things like small things, objects, just things that I wanted to see. I even once. Embarrassing, but I even once had like a puppet show where I made every single puppet.
No way!
And I made the set for the stage.
Yeah.
I
Was it hand puppets?
I designed the stage. I wrote the script.
Right.
I had the whole plot, and like I designed every outfit. I went fabric shopping.
Yeah.
And I was very little, but like I did everything with
The
that.
whole puppet show.
Yeah, and then I hosted a night where I just invited my family, and I'm like, guys, are you ready for the main event? Are you ready for the main event?
Right.
So it was always like a lingering thing, because even now when I'm on set, in every one of my sets, I'm doing more than one job.
Yes.
You'll see me doing hair, you'll see me doing makeup, you'll see me doing nails,
Right.
you'll see me making props, you'll see me like doing the set design.
Yes.
You'll see me, and even behind the scenes, I'm sitting there in edit, watching every second of whatever.
Right.
And in the pre-production,
Yeah.
I have a shot list where every second is accounted for. I know I draw like artboards of what I need to see.
Yes.
We check it off after the shot's taken. And then on set, I'm making things, shooting, directing, all of that. And then in post, I'm there with every second saying, nah, this one, move it there. This one, move it there. This one, I think the color, make this pop, do this, do that.
Right.
So it's like the whole process, I'm doing everything.
You sound so involved.
Yeah,
in
I
definitely
have to be, because
involved,
I'm a control freak.
No, but it's good.
I'm a control
But you
freak.
do the short list. You know what?
Yeah.
I worked with big production companies that doesn't do short lists.
You know where the danger is.
We're talking about millions and
No shot
millions
list.
and millions, right? Like spent and no short list, right? And the fact of the matter is that you're saying all these things, right? And you never get traditional training. Like I never get traditional training.
Not corporate as well.
Everyone here never get traditional training. you know, and we don't believe in traditional training. I don't believe you have to go to university or school to do these things, all right? But the fact of the matter is that you speak in like you worked and managed massive, I'm talking about multi-millionaire productions. I would love to do a production with you. You know, we must speak after this, because you seem like exactly like the person that's on point with everything. And the fact of the matter is that you got your hands in art directing, shot list, makeup, set design.
Yeah, I know.
So you're doing the whole
vast,
production your own. I mean, like you basically moving completely into being a media company.
That's the goal. You see, that's my progression. I'm getting there, and as soon as I get there, it's lit for all of us. We're all winning.
Multi-skilled.
We're all winning. We're all winning, because then everyone in every department will just have their turn to shine, and we can all just collaborate and make beautiful things.
Right.
And I can step out and just paint in the background and just like sign off on things like
it's done.
That's it.
You have to be the business lady.
I just want to be the business lady.
That would be the next
and I just want to
evolution.
paint at home and maybe start a family and stuff.
Yes. But for now, we stick to the grind.
On the
for
grind.
now,
We stick to the grind.
the whole job, the whole
100%.
production company. Let's go.
100%. Well, as a creative, I mean, you did mention that, it's just like a collective of weirdos and just, just people who think out of the box and everything. And you would put yourself in that category as well, right? So when it comes to your creative concepts, is there any crazy concept that you still want to do that you haven't executed already?
There's like 500. There's like 500.
What's the craziest one, top of the head?
I'm not going to lie. Nothing is too crazy.
Oh, yeah?
I love it.
Everything that I plan to do,
Yeah.
I'm doing them all.
Just
all
as
of them,
is.
no matter how crazy, like every single one of them.
Right.
I will do them in due time. I might not do them next week.
Yeah.
But in a couple of years, I'm going to do them. Like, I have a list of things that I've started on.
Right.
And I'm like, this thing needs like a 500
what?
million rand budget.
Right.
And I'm like,
Right.
oh shit, I'm stuck. But let me give it some time, let it simmer, But yeah, I want to shoot a movie, guys.
Yeah.
I want to shoot a movie.
Yeah.
And obviously that takes a
Yeah.
whole team,
whole
and
team.
and it's expensive for one day just on a music video that goes up to like 150,000.
For sure.
But so a movie, imagine we're shooting for 3 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, a whole year. Has to be, yeah.
Yeah, and I like expensive things. I like expensive equipment. So it's like, a little bit tricky. But
Let's
then
put pause on
I'm
this
always,
idea.
But then pushing me into having no resources makes me more creative.
Right.
Because then I start becoming innovative. I'm like, okay, cool. I can't have a set. I can't have 20 actors.
Yes.
Then let me make actual figures and make it stop motion.
motion,
Let me
sure.
do it CGI.
Right.
Let me, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Find loopholes.
I'm gonna find a loophole. One way or
Right.
another, I'm going to do it.
100%.
But I think it's also your relationships in the industry. I mean, like you have certain relationships in the industry that you, at your beck and call, that you could get together and do certain things. I mean, like, I'd like to think if you're making a movie, you're going to call us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Be like, hey guys, I need your
Yeah.
camera,
Cameras.
C-stands, lighting,
Yeah.
all that.
I need you guys
Yeah.
to edit, and
Yeah, let's get on the job.
And I think it's important that these things happen. These communications and these collaborations, because we learn so much more about you, and we learn your goals, and we find out, hey, there's a common denominator here. Everything aligns, and if you win, we win, kind of thing. So, man, I hope you do call us when you do that first movie.
Oh yeah.
100%. Dope.
It's in the writing phase. It's coming. Yeah.
Wait, are you writing the whole movie?
I have to.
Oh, my Lord.
I have to. I'm so bored
The
of
entire
everything I'm
script.
seeing on TV. Like, I'm so bored.
Lord.
Everything is about crime.
Sure.
It's either a comedy,
Yes.
like a rom-com,
Yeah,
or crime.
crime.
Like, I want some Harry Potter shit in South Africa. I want some
Yes.
Star Wars.
Thank you,
I
right.
want some things like outside of the
Right.
box. I want some futuristic shit. Like,
Yeah.
now we must stay and sorry.
okay.
Now we must stay and do crime
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
No, but all the time.
Melodramatic. Yeah, no, I hear you.
No
It's monotonous.
way.
Because we're more
Yeah.
than that. We're
We're
much more
so
than
much
that.
more. We're
Oh,
actually
much
the
more.
most interesting. Like, we
Yes.
have all the source. Everyone comes here to come and learn about us and what we do.
Yes.
And then they take it outside, and then we're like, wow, where did they get that from? That's how it's like. It's
they were robbing
all-
us.
Everything is right here.
Right here, man.
Everyone's like, no, you should travel. You must go there. You must go there. And I'm like, oh, you guys are looking so far.
The
You
flavors,
just need to look like internally.
100%.
Everything that you need is right here.
Right.
Yeah, I think SA is definitely, there's so much hidden talent here, and really people don't give themselves the chance to grow, because I see what's happening in the US, and I see what people is doing, right?
Yeah.
We in the process of doing R&D to convert our studio to a virtual production studio. And, I speak to some of these guys from overseas, US, Spain, and the UK. And, these guys are just normal Okies. They're no smarter than you and me. And like, they say, all right, no, but cool, you really don't need this and this and this.
Yeah.
Just get this
Yeah.
person, just do that, and put it together. And I was like, oh, okay. So, why is expertise in South Africa a bit understated? I don't know. I don't know, Shala. I think though, people like you, people like Echo, people in the industries, lifting,
One thing
lifting
I
it up,
can say is that it's changing, man. One thing I can say about it is that just the entertainment side of things is changing in the industry.
Yeah.
Designers, actors, everyone is finding some sort of creative outlets, something that's different, out of the norm, and they're making it work.
And
man.
there's been like a breakdown, like in like creativity. Like everything died
Yeah.
for like a good
for a while.
For a while, everything
Yeah.
died.
Yes.
But like that's such a good sign, because you can't have any type of growth without any
Yes.
type of
No, you gotta
complete
elevate.
distraction.
Right.
So we're in the Renaissance again.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah,
Renaissance.
it's a rebirth of the ruins that are left.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
a rebirth of the classics.
Yeah,
Like we're
man.
coming back, we're reviewing what the classics did,
100%.
and we're taking it and
Switching
putting
it
our
up.
own minds and putting our own perspective on
Right.
it. And the only thing that's different from us and them is that they are not us.
Yeah.
They're not experiencing the things that we
At
experiencing
all.
right now. We
Right.
have a whole new mindset.
We have a whole culture.
We have new resources.
Yes.
So we can tackle the same topics. We
Right.
can redo, for instance, Jerusalem. We can redo it.
Yes.
But think about what we have right now.
Yeah.
We have Blender. We
Yeah.
have 3D. We have CGI.
Yes.
We have technology. We have
Yes.
social media. It's so much more interesting to see our perspective, because nothing's going to be new. Everything is just always reinvented, and that's what we need to focus on.
Yeah.
Not making something new. It's
Sure.
impossible.
To
It's
create something
impossible.
new.
It's impossible.
Everything existed already.
Yeah, everything's been done before.
Yes.
But you haven't done it.
Yeah.
So do it,
Yeah,
because that's
in
what
your
makes
way.
it different from everyone else that's done it
100%.
before. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no,
like
done
that.
deal.
You know
Done
what I mean?
deal.
So, Shala, you got the sauce. You got that sauce, girl. Yeah, I love it.
Nah, natural born creative, definitely, man. Straight from birth, 100%.
But see,
Yeah.
in that creative world, right?
Yeah.
We all have that client that's just a bit get you under the skin, right? There's always
Yeah.
there's always that client,
Yeah.
right? I mean, see, you work in the fun side, you work in
Yeah.
the entertainment
Seems
side, so I don't think you get a lot of that. But on the commercial side, it's really cuck,
Corporate.
right? It's really cuck.
I've done a lot of commercial work.
Oh, yeah?
actually.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
Very
girl.
boring.
No, but it is though.
It is. Yeah.
But it is though. You
Yeah.
don't even know it. Y'all know it too. It's boring.
Yes.
But let me ask you, has there been a request from a client that's so ridiculous, you just like, but dude, this doesn't work. Creatively, it doesn't work, but the request is just stupid.
Yeah.
Right.
Has there ever
To put
been
it
something that frustrated you? You don't need to mention the person's name,
Yeah.
but have you ever been in that situation, ma'am?
Always.
Always.
You're always.
It's like recurring.
Rick, all the time, because, I don't know what this thing is about clients, but
Right.
they feel like they're hiring you to do what is in their heads.
Oh, okay.
But that's not their job.
Yes.
Like, that's not their job.
Yeah.
Like, I can't hire you as a vocalist and say, okay, I need you to sing it
Sing
like this,
this.
and then I sing it.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you
Right.
do it exactly like how I said, but I'm not the talent here. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think with clients, then I'll just be like,
It's a smile and wave
no,
mentality.
it is. But then I usually do it, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
sharp, whatever you say.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I also am patient enough to know that I'm making my own stuff.
Yes.
And we are the pioneers
Yes.
of what they need.
Right.
So they need to catch up to us.
Right.
We don't need to like
conform.
We don't need to conform to them
Sure.
because we're the bridge of what people like and what people want.
100%.
They are trying to reach what people want so they can sell whatever they need to sell.
That's why
right?
they're coming to you.
Yeah, so they
Sure.
come to us because they see that we are what the people like.
Yes.
So then they come to us and they're like, oh, you need to do that thing that you do
Yeah.
so that it can recognize us
Right.
and we can be like working together.
Right.
And that's what it is. So just keep doing your own thing and eventually they come to you and they're like, okay, we know not to give you a brief.
Yes.
They're like, you just, because we don't know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah.
We don't know how to replicate that.
Right.
Like, so you just do whatever you think
Right.
works.
Would you say?
But did you ever have to
Yeah.
execute a artwork because they want it, and you know it's not going to work?
Yeah.
Because I did that.
Yeah,
Believe it or
and
not.
you know it's not gonna work.
I don't know. I had put shelves on a bloody Christmas tree before. I know. And look at, and you know it's not going to work, but they want to see it because they're paying the money, right?
Yeah.
So I had to do that. But that was like
Shelves
example
on
of
a
one of the
Christmas tree.
dumbest things I did.
Right.
Can you? Does there anything that comes to mind for you, Shah, like that?
If I talk about it, they're gonna know.
They're gonna
gonna
know.
know.
Oh, so this is more on the entertainment side, not corporate.
No, it's both.
Both?
It's both.
How about
they're gonna
corporate?
know.
Yeah, focus on the corporate.
Corporate, yeah.
No, they're gonna know. They're gonna know. They're gonna know. They're gonna
Yeah,
know.
somebody out there's gonna be like, oh, she thought my idea was whack.
Exactly.
Right.
And
Save
these
it
are the
for after the
producers and the
podcast.
clients, and,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Okay, we're not burning bridges right now.
yeah,
Save it for
not
after the
not yet.
Yeah, not
I'll
yet.
burn bridges in like 5 years when no one can touch me. You know what I mean? Then I'm like, yeah, I said it.
Yeah,
I
and
said
then?
it. And then what?
And
What you
then
gonna
what?
do? What you gonna do?
Right.
Exactly.
Ah, I see. Okay, well, since you have that kind of outlet, right? What would you say has been the most daring thing you have done on set or for a design?
One thing about me. I never want to make up anything on the spot.
Ah,
eh?
you plan.
I have to plan.
Have to plan.
I have to plan.
Yeah.
I do improvise sometimes if
Sure.
something goes wrong, but
Yes.
I'm gonna get what I need to get.
Right.
Get that in the bag at least.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there's two situations in both music videos because music videos get wild. You know, it's very unpredictable.
Yes.
I like to make it so that it's less unpredictable, but it's
Sure.
always unpredictable.
Yes.
So I had to get the shot in a window, right? And I was like, okay, we got the drone sorted, right?
Right.
We start flying the drone up. Yo, does this drone not start malfunctioning?
Right.
It's like, I don't know if it's too high or too windy or something.
Yeah.
And we're losing lights. We don't have the shot anymore. We're just like, I'm stressed out as hell. And then I'm like, just give it one more chance.
Sure.
He flies it up and it like flies, like it like malfunctions and falls to the next building.
Oh no.
On the opposite side. So I'm like, yeah, nah, Murphy's Law.
Yeah, just lost the drone.
Yeah, nah, just lost the drone.
Yeah.
So then there's like kids like up there.
Right.
And they're like, they see us like here and they're like, must we go get the drone? I'm like, can you go get the drone?
Right.
They're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they go up there, they climb up somewhere, and then they throw the drone down and we catch it. And I was
Right.
like, wait, if you guys can get up there, then we can get up there.
Right.
So I'm like, can you guys show us how to get up there?
Yeah.
Then we meet some security guards. Security guards like, no, it's
Can't
not
go up
allowed.
there.
I'm like, yeah, but no.
Yeah, come on, try.
Come on, dog.
Yeah.
You know, just
Let's try.
yeah.
Let's try. Yeah.
He's like, okay, fine, but it's dangerous. You know, we're like, dangerous. Let's take the camera, the tripod. Let's take everything up there. Lights. Let's go. Let's go. And then we went up there, and now we're on opposite side building of that shot there.
Right.
And now we start shooting from here, and I'm directing over the phone for the people inside
Wow,
to
okay.
like work with the people. And we are on such a high ledge, like.
Yeah.
It's not safe at all. We didn't
Yeah.
even know. We climbed out of a window to get there. Like, it was cool. That was one time.
Yeah, that's
That
hella
was
daring.
really
but we got
hectic.
the shot.
Yeah.
I didn't compromise. And then on the second time, the hardest thing to work with cameras is children and animals.
Yes.
I worked with both. I said, let me do both.
What's harder?
Children.
Yeah.
It's definitely children.
I think so. I get frustrated. No, I think
Kids.
No, the concentration span is very low, guys.
And the thing is, you're like, don't look at the camera. They're like, which
Oh,
camera?
yeah.
Yo, they're like, can you guys stand still?
Yeah.
And they get tired.
Yeah,
and they wanna
very
sleep.
quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's that jokes and things, and the one boy came up to me, he's like, but the thing is now, I have to wear this thing like so tight.
Right.
Because it's the swag. I'm like, yo.
Oh, wow. Okay. And it goes against everything you're planning for that
Yeah,
day. Right.
exactly. And I'm like, you know what? Do it. It's fine. I'm not gonna argue
Can't
with
fight
you.
to the kid.
I'm not gonna argue with you. You're like
Yeah.
10.
Oh my
Yeah?
word.
So let's just do it.
I
Let's
can't
just do
believe a
it.
10-year-old is telling you, the director, I can't believe it.
It reminded me of myself. So I was like,
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
working with kids is very challenging, man. But the fact that you did it, that's like, you know, really that's
Yeah.
that's a big up to you, because it's not easy to work with them, especially when you got like thousands and thousands and thousands of rands, and you're paying people to come and light the place, you're paying people to come and pull focus and bring their cameras and make sure
That's
every
intense
second is
pressure.
money.
money,
Yeah.
literally
Every second
money.
is money.
For sure.
So I mean, no, that's amazing that you did. How was your experience with the animals? Though that's interesting.
Yo,
Yeah, what did you shoot with?
a goat.
A go- oh,
I know, but we're
okay,
gonna
yeah,
get to that.
we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Don't tell us your experience. We're gonna get to
A
that.
goat. I also shot with a dog.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I love animals though. I think
Right.
we make sense. It
Yeah.
makes
It
sense.
seems like you prefer the animals a
more than the
lot
kids.
more.
Yeah, a lot more.
I will have 15 animals instead of 15 kids.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow. Yeah, we shot
Yeah.
with some
Yeah,
puppies
yeah.
here the other day.
Yeah, 15 kids is too much.
That's too
You know,
much.
I haven't worked with so much of kids on set. I think I've worked with most was 9.
Yeah.
And you know, that was the longest shoot I did in my life, because it was just painful, because I mean, as a
And you
director,
can't remember their names.
No,
It's like,
nobody cares about their name.
Nah.
You know, Tom, Brady. You know,
it's all pretty. And you're just like, yo. And none of them will actually care about whatever you're doing.
No.
So it's like,
but
and
did you have the thing where you have to deal with the parents?
no, luckily not.
Okay,
Just
cool.
indemnity forms, and we're like, okay, sure.
You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had to do that, or even
Yeah, that was
worse.
painful. Yeah, that
Even
was.
worse.
What I want to ask you is, let's talk about a really, really, really iconic piece of artwork you did. I think it's very cool. So Uncle Waffles is the hottest thing right now
Yeah.
in SA.
Hectic,
And
yeah.
even around the world, Drake is giving her
Yeah.
shout outs. You know, she's collabing with some of the biggest people in the game. And Shala The Unicorn did one of her hottest albums.
Arts.
Out.
Yeah.
And when I say hot, I am talking
I mean,
about
there's actual fire.
Yeah.
There's actual fire.
No, it's
fire.
actually lit, man.
It's unbelievable.
That's
So
very
this
true.
is it now.
Yeah.
Please walk us through this. This is unbelievable, right? This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I love what you did with the fire, with the hair. I know she was sitting on a bike, but talk me through about the creative, because I think this is phenomenal. I think this is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm sure you're very
Yeah.
proud about
Yeah.
this as well.
You did the styling as well, right?
Yeah. I built this corset that she's wearing out of guns.
Jeez, me.
That is so dope.
You see, I
How
told
long
you
did
there's
it
always
take?
something that I make in the
Yes,
thing.
yes.
No, it didn't take long. It took like a couple of hours.
Couple
but,
of hours.
Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
Yo, you made it.
Yo, real
you
quick.
You made it look easy.
Bruh.
Don't
Yeah.
just build a gun.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I would think it's more than 2 days,
So-
more
so-
than 3
no,
days.
So that was
Just-
your custom element in the shoot.
yeah, that was my
Fantastic.
custom element, and then obviously like directed the hair, directed the backdrop, the whole getting a bike, and
Right.
then the gun.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm like,
How was it
gotta
working
be
with-
gangster.
How was it working?
it's got to
with
be
you?
gangster. It always got to be
And
gangster.
it's definitely gangster.
It was
but
lovely working with her.
that whole experience,
The
because
whole experience. It was very like rushed, because something about piano. It has
Yes.
to happen yesterday.
Yes. Yeah,
no
nah.
time for anything. It has to
100%.
happen yesterday. So
yes.
it's like it's always like a rush project. Whether it's music videos, whether it's cover art, whether it's
Right.
anything, whether it's a photo shoot, it's always like right now.
Yeah, have to
So
execute.
it was very challenging because I had to organize everything like in like probably 24 hours or something like that.
Lord.
oh, geez, really?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Is that when
but-
you got the call, like 24 hours before it had to happen?
Yeah, it was like, nah, and I was like, okay, so this is going to take like, because it usually takes like 2 weeks, man.
Yeah.
So to do all of that in a day, I was sweating.
Oh
I was sweating.
But you
Right.
pulled it off,
But,
though.
Oh,
but yeah,
look at it. I
but
mean,
yeah,
the result
but
is
yeah,
there.
It worked out. It worked out perfectly fine.
So when you
She was
found out-
happy. Everyone was happy.
When you found out about it, what was your whole take on the whole thing? Because this is Uncle Waffles. I mean, I know you work with a
Yeah,
lot of
I-
famous people, but like,
I
you know?
love her. I was like starstruck. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you mean?
Yeah, you want to work?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
and
that
I'm
time.
like, this makes sense. This makes sense. Like, we'll make a good collaboration.
Yeah.
Like, we'll make some fire stuff, literally. And
Quite literally.
Yeah.
Echo, when he came on the show, he said working with Uncle Waffles, she really know what she wants creatively.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, and how you found that? Working with someone who knows what they want creatively, but you being the main creative. How did you find that process?
It's so much easier.
Oh yeah.
It's so much easier, especially with musicians, because, like, I don't know, musicians give me this thing where they're like, I need you to do everything.
Right. Oh, okay.
I'm like, okay, sure, but, like, who are you? You know what I mean? Who are you? What do you want to look like? What do you want to present yourself as to your fans? And they're like, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know, whatever you think. And it makes it harder for me because my idea might be so different to your personality, to what, like, you want to look like. Because I'm always going to go for the wildest option, like, always. I'm going to be like, okay, so I'm going to put you upside down, and then, like, we're going to do a thing with the thing, and then there's going to be, like, you might get an elephant,
and
you
then
know.
person's timid.
And then the person's this timid person, and I always want, like, my work for you to reflect you and your personality,
100%.
right? And she's, like, so elegant, she's so smart, but she's fiery. She lights everything up on stage.
Right.
She can change a whole atmosphere, and I had to get that in a picture. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, it's both, like, cold and hot.
It
you know?
encompasses her.
Yeah, it does. It does, and it was easy to do because she gave me that already. She was already like, okay, I want to look something like this, and this is how I want to. I'm comfortable in this and not this and this. I'm like, okay, sharp, I get it. It. Give me a day. Got it. Right? Yeah.
Sheesh, man.
So it helps a lot.
It
helps.
I mean, it's crazy that you did that in a day, because you say this will normally take like 2 weeks process.
Yeah, it usually does take like 2 weeks.
And wait, hold on. And not only you did the creative, you made a bloody corset at the same time. Out of guns.
Bruh.
Yeah.
A couple of hours, bro. A couple of hours.
Yeah, you should see the stuff I'm working on right now. It's even, like, the most challenging, but it's even crazier.
Yeah.
Even crazier.
I
Luckily, I'm doing it for myself because I know your artists, you guys don't have the patience for this stuff. That's just, if I explain it to them, they're like, what?
Yeah.
Why?
You pick your battles.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I know that I'm the one that could do the upside down thing, and so that's when I'll be like, okay, I'll show you what I can do.
Right.
And then next time when I say I'm doing some crazy shit, then you trust me because you saw the stuff I did. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Proof of concept, I guess.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, when it comes to all the people that you have interacted with in the industry, and you mentioned that you have a lot of relationships that are very pivotal to you being creative and all the people that you surround yourself with. Who would you say is the most?
Alesso.
Oh wow.
Alesso.
Before I initially the question.
One time.
Alesso, okay.
Yeah.
Would you give us to anybody who doesn't know Alesso, please would you?
Everybody knows Alesso.
Everybody knows
Alesso.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm so grateful that, like, I have his, like, cosign and just trust. He works as my producer.
Right.
And, like, he trusts me with so many creative projects. And he just calls me up and it's like, you do all of that. I'll just handle, like, all of the admin stuff,
sure.
Right? And then we just work perfectly like that. We work perfectly like that. But he has so many relationships with everyone. Everyone loves him. So it just works together.
Wow.
You know
How'd you
what I
meet?
mean? It's just so he's one of the managers at like mini clubs.
Oh, okay.
Mini clubs
Okay.
all over the place. Sumo, Montana. I'll shout out my home.
Right.
My home.
Yeah.
Zanzu, Drama, Coco. There's so many. And there's more coming soon.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Right.
And he manages all of them.
All of them. So when I was younger and I was in Joburg, he was like, "Oh, do you want to make some extra cash? You can just you can come and host."
Sure.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, I don't know what that is, but I come and host, and it's just basically just going there and just having some fun and getting paid for it.
Right.
So, and that's when we met. And then I was like, okay, there's creative stuff that I want to do. And he had a studio and he was shooting, I swear, like, he was like the Pharrell of music videos.
Wow,
right?
okay,
like,
yeah.
I don't know if you remember seeing Studio Space pictures, like SSP after every single music video.
Not even. Eh?
Yeah, well, that was him, right?
Yeah.
And he did every single music video, right?
Right.
But he kind of got tired of like
Is this
having
classics
to do
or just recent?
classics?
Classics.
Classics.
I see.
So the studio is SSP, eh?
Yeah, it was Studio Space Pictures.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So he's like, you creative, you do some stuff. So let's work together on some stuff. And
Right.
and since then, like, you
It's
know,
been a
flourishing
it's been
relationship,
such
yeah.
a flourishing relationship. We help each other, and it's just so great.
That's
It's
fantastic.
so great.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah, mentors are so important. Plus,
Yeah.
he always has the best advice, always has the best intentions. Like,
Right.
you know, always sets me on the right path because I'm way too passionate. Like, I
Yeah.
love passion
Yeah.
and I love art, and I just want to. And he's just practical. He's
Right.
like, nope. No.
Not
yeah.
like this.
Yeah, he's like, not
Right.
this one, not
Yes.
that one. You know what I mean? And it just works.
That's dope.
Oh, that's so
man.
nice, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if he was the first name you shouted out as soon as before I even
Yeah,
answered that question,
yeah.
then you know he's had a big impact. So
Definitely.
shout out Alessio.
Shout out.
Shout out
Shout out.
100%.
So, ma'am, let's talk about Aries. You directed his music video.
Oh no, I
Art
art
director.
directed.
Art directed his music video.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Shout out Poison Cure, Sims. Director. Yeah.
5-year plan.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was fun.
Yeah?
It was
Yeah.
so much fun
Yeah.
because, you know, they were willing to do weird stuff. you know?
Right.
I love it when artists are like, you do whatever is you want to do.
We're
right?
just going to pitch up.
We're just gonna show up,
Right,
right? So
right.
they came with that energy, and that's always like a great thing to work with. Not with like some superstar
Right.
energy. It's like, no, I need to do.
Right.
You know, it's
Right.
more like, okay, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was so great because I'm also a fan,
Right.
and I think we're all fans.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
I'm definitely
Yeah.
a fan. I was actually about to ask, like, when it comes to Aries and you doing a project, the guy is like so exclusive, right? He's not somebody who's
Yeah.
like, you know, all out there in
Yeah.
that way. You know, he doesn't work with a lot of people. You
Yeah.
know, like in that way. So
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, even the opportunity to do the 5-year plan, because that's a big record for him.
Yeah.
You know.
How did that come about?
Yeah.
The team that was involved, they found me.
Yeah.
And then they kind of pitched me, and they were like, yeah, cool. And
Wow,
I'm like,
man.
cool, yeah. So that's how it worked out.
And did they find you through Insta?
Yeah, because most of my portfolio is through Instagram.
Instagram,
So yeah, it's just I usually get headhunted. Like I'm shy, so I hardly like approach artists. And I'm like, hey, I want to do this for you. So
Yeah.
I usually just they're like, yo, Shala, we heard you did so and so and so.
Right.
Let's do something. Yeah.
Sheesh. Okay, so passion projects, you don't see a project where you're like, oh man, this is something I'd really like to.
Oh, I
attempt."
do.
Yeah?
I do. Like in another life, I was an A&RA because
yeah?
I'm such a big fan of music. So
Right.
I love my favorites. You know, I love my
Right.
favorites. And if I hear you have some powerful sound,
Yes.
I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna be like, you know, what do you want to do?
are we
What do you
doing?
want to do? I'll do it for you
Right.
one time.
Yeah.
It could be anyone. Could be. Doesn't matter who it is.
That's
I'll
dope.
Be like,
You build
yeah.
relationships that way.
Yeah, and I'm
For
like,
sure.
let me help you. You know, what do you need? Let me help direct it. Let me,
Right.
and I'll do it for free. Also, I don't mind
Right.
working for free.
Right.
But not
But
for you
of course-
guys with money. Don't,
Yeah,
nah.
for sure. Hey, gotta get the bag.
I need to find you. Don't come looking for me for some free stuff. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah,
So
so
when
then-
you headhunt, it's a possibility.
When I headhunt, it's not a possibility. Like when I headhunt, I'm like,
gonna happen.
Let's go.
let's collaborate. It's
Right.
a collaboration. Like you're not paying me to do a job.
Yes.
This I believe in you, and I feel like I can contribute to your success and
Right.
you know whatever you want to do at the time. So
Right.
like let's work together.
It's dope,
Yeah.
man. Well, I mean, similar to Aries, right? I think everybody's pretty much like a Blakie fan,
Yeah.
right? So when it comes to you directing Blakie's David video, which is also one of his biggest tracks, because you seem to be landing all these hectic, like, huge hits.
I
right?
need hits, guys. Only hits, eh?
Right, only
hits.
hits. Yeah, that's a big
Yeah.
record for Blakie. So when it comes to that, like, how's the experience in directing that? How did that come to be?
I mean, the video
is
was-
directing a focus. Like,
Yeah.
is it something you want to do more often, or?
Yeah, I love directing.
Right.
Like, let's go. I
Yeah.
love directing. I love telling like short stories
Yeah.
in just this visual format because it gives me time to shoot a movie
Right.
in 3 minutes.
Yes.
I love that. I love
Yes.
that. And also I'm showcasing whoever's talent, you know.
Right.
I'm working with their mind, telling their story through their song. It's just, it's so much fun. It's so,
Proper, huh?
yeah, it's
it's
challenging,
giving.
but it's good.
So from a directing
Yeah.
point of view, did you go through the same process? Shot list,
Everything.
storyboarding, you know, doing the
Everything.
thing?
I think
Fantastic.
that video was the most like pedantic video
Yeah.
that
Oh.
I've done.
Yeah.
Like everything
And do
was.
you do the shortlist yourself?
Yeah.
So you don't have
Yeah.
anyone assisting you. You
No.
throwing out feedback and stuff like. Really?
No.
That is crazy. I never ever do a shortlist of myself because I don't trust myself.
Yeah.
You know, no, seriously. Like I always like people's like
Input.
Yeah,
and
he
opinion
visualizes and then he
on it,
explains
and
it.
explain, and then I get the feedback. But you're doing all of this on your own, and it was a very successful video.
100%.
Amazing. You know, I think next time we shoot a music video, I need to show you my storyboard.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
No, that would be
No
dope,
problem.
man. This is one of the ones where you actually work with an animal, yeah?
Yeah, it's because I have like a painting background, so every composition, every like frame that I'm putting together, it has to look like a painting. So
So
I
you're
go.
looking at your composition and everything.
I look at a video frame for frame. To me, it's still a painting. It's just many paintings put together. It's just
Right.
moving pictures. You know what I
Right.
mean? So yeah, that's just how I see it. That's just how.
How long did that project take you, man? Because you're doing this on your own, right?
Yeah.
So just the storyboarding and the short list, if you don't mind me asking, what
Yeah.
was the process and how long did that take you in itself?
Oh, it took like a year.
I can imagine.
It took a year. People don't know that, but it took a year.
What?
Yeah.
Because, but
It's
you're
okay, yeah.
doing everything.
Yeah.
alone. That's unbelievable.
And the thing is, I didn't even have like a producer when I wanted to do it.
Right.
So you produced this as well?
No. Well, we co-produced. We co-produced,
So you
yeah.
still came on the producing side as well?
Still do some
my
of
word.
it, some of it,
Yeah.
but like very little of it. I just
Right.
try and find like the easy things, you know, like styling and like, you know,
So this has been a year
have ideas
project.
of where I want to shoot and stuff.
That's unbelievable.
It was a year because when I first heard the song,
Yes.
it was like an unreleased song, right? It was an
okay.
unreleased song.
Yes.
And there was a bunch of us like, and he was preparing to do that soft,
Oh, yeah, the
you know,
chair,
yeah,
the chair.
the wooden chair,
Wooden chair thing,
the
yeah.
wooden chair. He was preparing
Yes.
to do that, and then we were like on our way there because we just came from a shoot, so we were
Right.
like sitting in the car, and he was like, "Guys, which song should I perform? This one or this one or this one?"
Right.
And then as soon as we heard that one, we're
David.
like, "Ah, hands
David.
down, hands down."
Yeah.
And then from then, I was just like, "Oh, the song."
Bro, you crushed it.
Yeah, it was everyone's favorite song.
Everyone's favorite
favorite song. Like,
Yeah.
like.
And you know now the
amongst
pressure's
all of
on.
us.
The pressure's on
Amongst
now.
all of us. So
Yeah.
and but then Blakie didn't have an album out at that
Yes,
time,
yeah.
and getting sponsors was a movie. And the thing is, the video was expensive, and I wasn't gonna
Right.
compromise at all. Like,
Right.
I know what I want. I'm gonna get it. Right. So I was like, oh, this thing is gonna be expensive. So we definitely need to get sponsors. But then it was like a back and forth because I really wanted to shoot the video. Initially, I wanted to shoot it with the guy that shoots Blakie stuff like permanently now.
Right, yes.
Shout out Ntando.
Ntando,
But
yeah, Ntando Butsu.
Yeah. So I want to shoot it with him. But then it's just the process was just taking so long. Like we didn't have stuff, you
Right.
know. And then eventually, after people listened to his album, they were
Yes.
like, here's the money.
Right.
Take it.
Oh,
Do it.
wow.
And I'm like, yeah, thanks, guys. A
Right.
fucking year later.
Jeez, me.
Yeah, but we've been trying to shoot that for a long time. And then finally, they were like, aight.
Alright, we have
It
the
took a
money
lot
to
of
back it.
convincing at the time, yeah.
So y'all had to find sponsors, man. How
Yeah.
many sponsors did y'all find?
Oh, we got one.
One major
and then,
sponsor.
Yeah, we got one, and then from us, most of us were like working just under our rate or something.
Yeah.
We're doing multiple jobs. We cut on some things, you know. So we were like, this has to be done.
How was that
It has to be
process,
done.
huh? Like finding a sponsor for the video. And do you know what sponsor? Can you tell us what sponsor
Yeah.
it was?
It was Dragon. It was Dragon.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Love Dragon. Shout out, guys.
Yeah, Dragon does a lot of stuff culturally.
They do.
yeah.
They've done 3 of my videos.
Oh,
3.
okay.
Yeah, they've sponsored 3 of my videos. So
Sheesh.
we usually just, thanks to Alesso, though, we present whatever our idea is, and we're like, this is how we're gonna showcase your product, and this is our idea.
Right.
This is how much we need, and then they're like, cool. Yeah. So. Yeah, as soon as, like, for people don't know this, but for most of the music videos that we work on,
Right.
we get the sponsors, you know?
Yes,
Because
yes.
if we want it bad enough, it must
Go over
happen.
to it,
100%.
Yeah, and I'm not going to compromise. I'm not going to be like, oh, we can just do whatever. You know, we'll just use any camera. We'll just use any lens.
Right.
We'll just stand outside the
Yeah.
location,
That's
you know?
amazing. That's amazing that you've been through. I mean, ma'am, you're literally doing the whole production. Yeah. I'm shocked because, we know you from a visual side. Yeah. And there's so much now we're learning about,
Well, it's all visual to me, It's all visual to me.
No, from a static point of view.
Even the business side of it, it's all visual to me. I'm just like, this has to happen so we can get this done.
Right.
But I love that you have that. You want to go out and grab it by the balls.
Oh, yes.
I love it. I love it because you found the sponsors. You took a year and you do the shot list yourself. You do the art directing yourself. It's unbelievable.
Shout out to Blakie and his team and Info for like having the patience and just being like, okay, we trust it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, that's dope,
that's
man.
amazing.
Like, if he gave like so much leeway and time as well, he definitely believes in what you do.
Yeah, I'm sure if he opened the things, the idea, he was probably like, what in the world?
What is happening?
A goat and a what?
Right.
And
So
kids.
where did that come from? With the and how was working with the goat? Because was the goat not freaking out?
Oh no, the goat, as they were doing that eye shot, that goat was shitting the entire time. Shame. I was so scared because all the kids were frightening the dog. The goat because they touching its face. So the goat was pretty scared at that time, but we comforted the goat like most of the time, distracted it with like food and stuff.
Right. That's very interesting because that opening shot alone is so powerful.
Yeah, it's all like it's all just storytelling. Everything is just metaphorical, Everything refers to like a real situation or different themes, I referenced a lot of things in the Bible. I referenced a lot of what Blakie shared with us as like his personal experiences with his journey, like in the industry and what he had to go through and stuff. So putting that all into images was just like, I didn't want to make anything literal. I never want to make anything literal. It's so boring.
Yes.
Why would you like obviously show us when you can like open our minds up to different things? Because if you put a metaphorical image there, it doesn't just say one thing, it says many things. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's it's a better story than...
It's a powerful story.
Yeah.
Because people can experience it in different ways.
Because how awkward would it be if
it was just direct.
If Blakie was just throwing a stone, like through the whole video, it would be very awkward. Like, no, man.
But I love the fact that you're getting into the whole like storytelling and because you don't see that in South Africa a lot, and I can see you moving in that direction. But talking about moving in direction, ma'am, so you directed The One by Elain. Very good. All right. 10 million views.
Sheesh.
10 million.
Oh, it's 10 now. Damn.
10 million views.
I'll shout out Elain.
Shout out Elain. Like,
yeah.
But I mean, like, ma'am, like 10 million people saw your work and loved it, right? So tell me about that experience and how was that there? Because now you're working with superstars and like you're directing. I mean, as a woman, personally, and I want to put this out because it's Women's Month as well. All right. But ma'am, you're not only doing the visual Photoshop stuff, right? Which is a skill in setting alone. You're not only doing the art directing stuff. You're not only making stuff for the sets, but you're not only doing the shot list for it, okay?
Yeah.
You're doing the producing aspect of it. And now you're moving into full-on directing. And you're a woman, and shout out to that because, there's not a lot of women that's like,
pushing
that creatively
to
this level, right? Yeah. And this is why I really want to work with you because this is so dope, like you got that I want to go and get stuff done. And you and I don't want to sound sexist here. I'm very scared that I might sound sexist. But you are making men look at you and be like, holy this chick is rocking it, all right? I can't imagine what you're doing to the girls out there. So tell me, ma'am, like, you got so much pressures because when you direct a shoot like that, there's a lot of stress under you. I'm sure you the last thing you're thinking about is what you're gonna have for lunch or what's for dinner. I mean, the stress. I shot and I directed stuff. The stress levels is how do you cope with everything and being a woman on set. How do you find it, right? Because as a dude, you just be like, hey man, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
You know? But as a woman, I mean, the approach is slightly different.
Yeah.
So how do you find that challenges on set?
Interactions.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's still people on sets that has that old school mentality that think.
Yeah,
I'm sure you still find that. You know.
I do. I've been blessed enough to always work with a team that like respects everyone, and we all understand each other's roles, and it's just great because we all have the same amount of respect for each other. There's no hierarchy. We just like,
100%.
let's just get this done because we want to get this done, and this is beautiful that we're all doing together.
Right.
So I've been lucky enough. But I mean, like, I think the most challenging part, like, and my biggest critique of my work actually has nothing to do with my work.
Yeah.
Which is something I always get, and I'm just like, that's dumb.
What's the biggest critique?
Is that I'm attractive.
That's a critique. That's a critique. That's not a critique.
No, really, it kind of is because and a couple of people have told me this is they're just like, yeah, but you know, your work, but you, and I'm like, okay, but what does that have to do with my work? But I get taken less seriously because I work
Less
in
seriously?
because I work in a male-dominated industry,
sure.
so you know.
Yeah.
I can show up to meetings sometimes,
they
and
just
then
see the pretty
The
face.
approach.
and then the meeting has nothing to do with what the work
you
is.
wanna
It's
do.
just like asking me weird stuff. Like,
Oh, really?
am I single? I'm like, okay, but the thing is, what does that have to do with
sure.
my
Do
work?
you get that a lot?
I
Charlotte?
do, and
I mean, I'm not really surprised by that, you know.
I do, and
Yeah.
it's
But I mean,
frustrating,
like, when you
you know.
work with business, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, with business, you got to draw the line,
Yeah.
right? Like, there's some,
Yeah,
you
for
have
sure.
to have some kind of professionalism,
For sure.
Yeah.
because it's no more just about like, you know, like getting laid or
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry to say
Straight
that.
up.
It's about
Straight up, though.
somebody else and trying to
Yes.
get their creative right and trying to do the best work that we all can come together as a team and do it. So how do you find that? Do you still find that a bit like creepy?
Yeah, it's mad creepy because
Yeah.
it's like kind of insulting because I'm like, hey man, I'm very talented and
Yeah.
I've worked so
Yeah.
hard to get to this point, and
Right.
like, and all you're seeing is like, oh,
Yeah.
come on,
Yeah.
you dumb,
Yeah.
you dumb, like,
Right.
you know.
Right.
So it's just like, man, and then people are like, maybe you should tone it down, and I'm like, I will pray for you, but I will never stop being sexy. Like,
Sure.
we all can pray for you, but
Right.
I'm never, and it's
Never gonna stop.
and it's never gonna be like something that affects my work.
Right.
Like, those are two completely separate things, and I can be hard
Yes.
and I can be sexy. Because I
Sure.
mean, what does that mean then? Can women only be taken seriously like at a job if no one is attracted to
Sure.
them?
That's what it means, basically.
That's very dumb.
Sure.
So now I must
Sure.
tone down what for who?
For who?
Exactly.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
that's never gonna stop, and I'm never gonna stop. So you know, that's been the most challenging part about me in the industry. It's just I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Very boring. I've turned down
Yeah.
jobs because of it. You know.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, let me ask you this, right? And this is being based on what you just said right now, okay? What would it take? Because you're a woman, and attractive woman that has this boundary or this barrier to certain people, unfortunately. How do you get recognized in the industry that you're in? Because you seem to be doing both.
Yeah.
You seem to be looking good and also getting recognized, right? You balancing both
Both of them.
fantastically. So to other women out there, and you know, other people, creatives like yourself, that want to get out and do stuff. And remember, you know, what I love about this is that you went out and did it because you wanted to do it. You never get skilled and trained and, okay, guys, this is what I do. This is my setup. You're like, hell this. I want to do it, and you did it, and you made a name for it, and you quite a success right now. You know, like I wouldn't call, you know, a better part of 60,000 people, you know, it's going to be there soon for 60, you know, that's following you and love what you're doing. Small. In South Africa, that's a big thing, right? So what does it take to put your name out there the way you did? And to people who want to get there creatively as a designer, what do they need to do to get to your success, at least?
Actually do the work. Like, I think my generation, even me sometimes, I'm so entitled and so lazy. I'm just like, why isn't the work falling on my lap? Like,
Right.
why am I not that good yet? Like, you know, there's a certain point where we consume so much that we think we can do what we're
Right.
consuming, because then our taste is like there. and then our skill is like here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we're not
Yes.
actually doing anything.
Yeah.
We're just consuming the things.
High qualities,
High
right.
quality stuff. We can consume as much as we want to, but as soon as we don't get there, we're not doing anything. We're just gonna make it and be like, I messed up.
You're
right?
just gonna be a fan.
Ooh, I messed up.
Right.
See, so
Right.
actually do the work. Like, spend those hours with tutorials, read, do your research. My best work comes out of doing the most research. Like, the worst work of mine comes out of just like thinking I can do it. And then I just get in there and I'm like, harder than I thought. But actually do the research, sit hours and hours with your craft, speak to people about your things, like go and get like critiqued, go out there and actually work. It's not just gonna come to you. You can't just say, I have a fashion brand. You can't name 5 books that you've read about fashion.
Right.
You know what I mean? How are you?
Yeah.
It's not making any sense. 100%. You can't
100%.
just from your brain just, you know, like actually do the work.
Right.
Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy, please.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you said that because I was expecting a long drawn out answer and you said just do the work.
Yeah,
I
just
love it
do the work.
because people don't want to do damn work. They just want to get everything there. But ma'am, so you think the key is just purely just being at your craft?
Yes, and
Just
I mean,
grind,
even
grind,
if you're not
grind.
at a point where you have resources or you have access to research, like that will actually push you into being more innovative. Like go and talk to people, start from the ground up. You can't start from here. You have to start from the ground up.
Straight up.
And if you're on the ground, you're in a better position than most because you have a fresh start. You have a clean slate. You have a blank canvas. You have more possibilities than the person who already has a standard of work, has a reputation, has people are expecting them to do something. Because now they're like kind of like, you know,
boxed in.
They're kind of boxed in, but you have the freedom to do anything you want to. You could use anything around you, and no one can tell you. No one can tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You have the freedom to be.
You have the freedom to experiment. Use everything and everything. Don't think, oh, I need this and this and this. No, just use whatever you have.
Right.
Whatever you have. Start small.
And then build up.
Yeah, start small. Work on one thing first. Finish that. Work on another thing. Throw that away. Work on the next thing.
100%.
Fail 7 times and then you start over.
Yeah.
Keep
Fall
working.
down 7 times, get up 8.
The thing, why I make it look easy, you will never see my flops though. Because I know it's a flop, so you guys will never see it. But there are so many, and they're the reason why I got better.
For sure.
I failed so many times. I failed more than I want. Like,
Yeah.
And it's hard to bite that, but you
had to go through that failure process.
so I could learn what not to do.
Yes.
You know, how am I gonna? I didn't just. I'm good.
No, that is real. Hey, like legit. That you dropping gems here. I think that's so
Classic
real.
10,000 hours of work, huh?
I think it can be done. There was a new study saying it can be done in a lot less. Depending on the focus aspect, you know.
Right. It's all a mentality thing. But yeah, guys, you know, here at Kong Republic on Kongcast, we are definitely sharing gems with one of our most lovely guests to have on the show. And we'll be back right after this. You do not want to miss it.
Now, for a limited time, get your exclusive photo shoot for only 2,450 Rand and get a free A1 canvas print. This special includes 20 high-resolution images, 3 hours of editing and retouching, 2 background options of your choice, includes photographer, gear hire, assistant, and refreshments. Get your exclusive photo shoot done at Kong Republic Studios based here in Kyalami, Midrand.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. We are here again on Kongcast with our amazing guest, Shala the Unicorn. Woo! We've had quite a progressive interview, guys, a very insightful interview as well. You know, another dynamic that we haven't had on the show that much, you know, on the creative digital side. And she basically does it all, man. Does everything from start to finish.
I'm just tell people I'm a magician.
One time.
It's too difficult to explain that I do this and this and that.
And then you do it.
I'm a magician, man.
No, 100%. All right. Well, when it comes to your expression through your art, you know, in general, working with a lot of different creatives, you know, it can be a type of, can you say, tense situation, you know, when it comes to different attitudes coming together, you know. Like you said, there's no hierarchy in certain sets and stuff, right? But do you ever get carte blanched when it comes to your creativity?
Yeah, I have been also.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, very, like, you know, especially when you work with a new team that doesn't know you at all. Like, as soon as you step on the team, they're like, oh, hello, makeup is over there. Or they're just like,
Oh, wow,
they don't
okay.
even know what you're doing. They just
Right.
assume catering is there, you know?
Right.
Very weird vibes. But I mean, and sometimes you'll be there and you'll be like, you know, I have a suggestion.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, anyway, so what we're going to do is, you know,
Wow.
that happens a lot.
Damn.
But
How do you deal
yeah.
with that, man? How do you deal with that? Because
I don't. If it's not for me, then it won't be. It won't be. Like if it's not meant for me, it won't be for me.
Sure.
So I'll just be like, oh, okay,
This is the vibes, and I'm out.
But remember, they
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
you to do certain things.
yeah. But
You know?
then you just undermine, and it's okay. It happens. It happens. I'll just keep quiet and just show them on my next stuff. And be like, I bet.
Yeah. You take it to.
You don't know, but you will find
see,
out.
right.
You will find out.
Yes.
I love the fact you take all this negativity,
Yes.
you bring it in and use it to
Yeah,
take
it's
out
my
creativity.
superpower.
Yeah.
It's my superpower. I
Right.
challenge
Your
all of
kryptonite.
that.
Right.
Yeah, I challenge all of the negativity, all of the like being undermined, being the underdog. I love that. Please,
Right.
please undermine me,
Yeah.
please, because it just brings that extra spice
Yeah.
and sauce.
I'm gonna
you
show
know?
you. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah,
That type of thing.
yeah.
Spicy sauce.
And the thing is,
Yeah.
I don't even have competition. I don't see people as competition. I don't
Competition,
see like I'm gonna prove something to whoever.
Yes.
I just want to do better than myself.
Right.
One time I'm
Competing
like,
with
yo,
yourself.
my last show was hard, but I need to make something harder than that.
Right.
I'm a very destructive worker. Like, I hate everything that I made. Even if I made
Right.
something yesterday, I'm like, I hate it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm still going to put it out there and be like, there it is.
This is it, right?
But I hate it, and I want to do better all
Yes.
the time.
That's normal though, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's completely normal to be in love with your stuff for one day and hate
hate
it the
it
next
the
day.
next day.
Yeah,
That's the same reason I
definitely.
can never get a tattoo.
Yes.
Oh, because
Yeah, I could never commit.
Yeah.
Because being a creative
Yeah.
as well, you know, I'll be like, oh no, that looks dope.
Yeah.
that looks so
Yeah.
dope.
And I check how dope this looks.
And then next day-
I'll be like,
Damn, this is the mistake.
Ish. Woo, a disaster.
Right.
and because it's the exact same thing you say, man. You know, it's a thing of you do something, you like it, but you know what it is? It's you evolving.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it
Yes.
is.
Then I know I'm going somewhere. If I'm so content with my work, I get worried.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not reading enough.
Yeah.
I'm not learning enough. I'm not talking to the right people.
Right.
I'm in a very comfortable space, and that scares me. I never want to be comfortable.
Right.
I always have to be challenged. I
Right.
always have to throw myself in the deep end one time, because if I'm comfortable, I'm doing the same thing. I'm content. I'm like,
Yeah.
my stuff is so hard.
Right.
Oh, I'm not learning. I'm not
there.
growing.
Yes.
I'm stuck.
And I think the reward is much more fulfilling as well if it is a challenge, right?
Yeah, always,
always.
always, because you know what it took to get there.
100%.
Doesn't matter about what anyone else thinks. They always see the final product. They're like, wow. They don't know you cried
Yeah.
like 7 times,
Yeah.
you know, just to get to that one thing.
100%. Damn.
But like you said, you don't. You know, nobody sees your flops.
yeah.
Nobody
They-
sees my
they-
flops.
they just see
yeah.
the final
So I
product.
make
The
it look
final
easy. I
product.
must actually start showing people some of the flops, because then they're gonna start saying, But I need to start showing people like for what it is for real. Because then if I make it look too easy, then people are gonna. Because I've had people call me and be like, I want you to do this. I'm like, okay, this is how much it's gonna cost, and they're like, what?
Right.
I can do that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, do
Do
it.
it.
Then. Then why are you calling me?
Yeah,
Do it. Why
do
didn't
it,
you do
right,
it? Do it,
right.
right? So people don't know how much it takes, like, to get to that perfect whatever. Like, they don't know. They just assume that 1, 2,
It's a
3.
quick
There we
thing.
go.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, when it comes to social media and your work, right, and showcasing your work and stuff, Instagram obviously is like the beaming social media platform
Mm-hmm.
for visual art, right? What do you think about TikTok as a way to like express the artwork that you do
As a showcase.
as a show? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you do, I mean, if you go on your social media right now, your Instagram, you look at it and you're like, whoa, this is a beautiful, creative person that's unbelievable in what they do, right? But, you know, TikTok being video, where do you think that space lies as a
Right.
showcase? Because we still want to see what Shala could do, right?
Yeah.
And the
Yes.
amazing stuff she's doing. I wouldn't
Yes.
want I wouldn't want like different content, but how do you think we could use TikTok basically
Yeah.
to showcase the cool creative work that
That
you're
you
doing?
do on video.
Yeah, that process. Well, just showing the process. I've made 1 TikTok.
Oh yeah.
No, I made 2 TikToks.
yeah.
but they were both dope.
Right.
But I haven't gotten to the space of, because I'm super busy doing everything. That recording everything that I'm doing is just like
it's a tough
something. It's like an afterthought. I'm like, oh
sure.
damn, I need a you know.
Right.
But it's coming. I will still do that because I really do need to show people. Because with the one TikTok, what I found out was people were like, oh damn, you
Right.
did all of that.
Right.
Yeah, because the shoot was a cover art for Young NASA.
Okay.
Shout out, Never Broke. So I want to make a real version. I want to make a fake version
Sure.
of you as
Yes.
well. And then I used a doll. I bought a doll.
Okay.
I burnt like its skull, like
Okay.
I melted its head,
Right.
so I can change the shape of its head and change its hairstyle.
Right.
I gave it a trim, and like not a trim with its own hair. I had to make hair and
Right.
like reapply the hair and then make that fade and then and
Lord.
then remove some of the facial features and add new facial features to the thing to make it look like him.
Sure.
And then add the tattoos, and I had to like burn its legs off and bend them in certain ways so it could be in the same pose as how I shot it.
Right.
And then the pants was like I made a miniature set. I made a miniature set of everything that was really in real life. And then I shot the
Jeez.
two and I made them look the same. So people just saw the final product of that and they're
right.
like, yeah. But then in the TikTok, I show like the whole
thing,
process
sure.
of that. And people were like, oh, damn. So I
Yeah.
think there's an opportunity there for people to show like the behind the scenes.
Right. You
what
just
it
need a
takes.
full-time
Yeah.
camera guy to come
I
and
just need
check
a
you out.
full-time camera guy. Full-time
Right.
camera guys.
So you think TikTok is a powerful place then to showcase creatively
Design.
what we do in the behind the scenes?
It
eh?
is, because Instagram is more curated. Like I've
Yes.
even put in my bio, like my page is an art gallery. Like
Right.
there's different rooms where you walk in, you see different things. There's a different theme to everything. It's very curated.
Sure.
But with TikTok, it's just like
Express.
a collage of
Let's
whatever
go.
is going
Right,
on, whatever's on your mind,
happening.
whatever's in your personality.
Yeah.
So it's like we get the raw things as well as, the finished product. So I think that's
Sure.
important. I think it could get really, really, really big when it comes to like the creative space. People, creatives there's a niche.
Yes.
There's a niche.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, because I was thinking about it. I was like, no, TikTok won't like me because I'm shy.
Right. Nah.
Oh my-
TikTok is an acceptor of every
Yeah, and I was like,
creative.
no, I need to be
Yeah.
funny, and
Yes.
I am funny though. But I'm
Right.
like, I need to be funny, I need to do this, I need to do that, and I need to do all the.
I don't think you need to conform at all.
And I was like, oh damn, I could just do whatever I want to do,
Right.
and
Sheesh.
I will find my people.
Yeah, it's just
My people will find
documenting
me.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Just documenting it in video format. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
No, 100%.
But anyway, let's talk about Instagram, right? Ma'am, you have a lot of a massive following. Like I said, close to 60,000 getting on there. Let's talk about like how has Instagram, your gallery, how has it affected your life for the positive? So when did this query start coming in? When did you start getting DMs? Hey man, I love what you're doing. Come help me with my
Yeah.
work. When did that start? At what
Yeah.
number do you remember? At what number do you start getting these crazy queries where Instagram now is more than just a platform where you show a bit of your life? It's actually like a professional
An opportunity.
career-driven platform
Yes.
for you as a brand and a business and a company. When did that following actually like pivot where you said, okay, cool, at 10,000 I'm getting so many queries, this is fantastic, or at 4,000, when did it happen, like realistically speaking?
I just had so much fun with Instagram. I just post whatever I wanted, like,
Right.
and I post like bits and pieces of. I used to post like some of my drawings.
Right.
Actually, the reason why I even started Instagram was because of Vegas Caesar. Shout out Vegas.
Vegas Caesar.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because at the time it was just BBM, and he was on BBM with me, and he was
Right.
like, "Hey, yo, Shala, I see you posting your drawings and shit. You should definitely try out Instagram."
Right.
And I was like, "Nah, it's not really for me." Same way I'm on TikTok. The same way I'm about TikTok right
Yes.
now. I was just like,
Yeah.
I think I'm here with BBM and mix
Right.
it and WhatsApp and whatever. And then he's like, "Nah, dude, people want to see stuff.
Yeah.
Go and show them stuff."
Yeah.
And then for like a while, I just posted my drawings, and then I started posting like some of my life, some of my like inspirations, like just different compositions. Used to take
Right.
pictures of everything, and then I grew a following like very quickly.
Yeah.
I think I was still in high school, And I was like on some 10,000. I was already there. Yeah. And I was like, why? Why you guys like
what I'm doing?
Why do you guys like this weird stuff, man?
Right.
You know, this is not Tumblr.
Yeah.
Can't be weird here.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know, fuck it. I'm just going to be weird.
Just
and
do
then
it.
I did. And then around like 2016, 17,
Yes.
people were like, you see that thing that you did for yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, now you need to do it for like Nivea. And I was
Right.
like, Nivea?
Right. Yeah.
You know, these brands just came in and they were just like,
You said something about Nivea.
no, I just mean like brands, like
Just
big
big
brands
brands.
that I was not
Yeah.
expecting at
Were attracted
all.
to your work.
Yeah, they were just like, I started getting, and the thing is, then I started doing like free work.
Yeah.
Right.
I started taking brands and I like this brand. I'm gonna make a shoot for this brand.
this brand.
I'm gonna go and buy that product and then
Yes.
shoot with the brand.
Yes.
And then that, for some reason, made other brands jealous. And they were like, why is she making, why do they have her?
Yeah.
And they didn't even have me.
Right.
And then the other brand, competing brand would be like, yo, so how can you do whatever you did for them for us?
Yes.
And then that's how it kind of just like
Wow,
propelled.
okay.
And more people would just be like, okay, I have this.
Yes.
You need to do what you did there. Do it again.
Right.
Yeah.
And how's it now at such a high following? I mean, like now, can you even keep up with the queries, ma'am?
Yeah, I try my best. Well, no, I'm dying. I try my
The honesty
Right?
just came out
yeah,
there. Like,
I
no.
try my best to be selective. Like
Right.
now I'm blessed enough to just be picky, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't like that, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. You know,
Right.
I'd rather do this because you know it's a better.
This is what I like.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, yo, if I had to answer the 10,000, please do my cover art. Yo,
Oh.
guys.
It's a bit much. It's a bit much.
I don't know if I can spend like 2 weeks on everybody's things.
Right.
Like, you know, I have to be selective. That's why I keep going for hits
Yes.
on time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, hits on hits, superstars only, you know?
Superstars, right.
Yeah.
But ma'am, talking about superstars, you work with Blakie, you work with Elain, you work with Uncle
Reese.
Waffles, you work with Reese, you work with so many superstars. I mean, it's hard to ask this question because
Nadia Nakai.
Not in the car. Yes.
you know, and you know, funny story. She was my neighbor. Yeah, and,
so crazy.
and then, but, ma'am, you have for such a young person, you have created so much success in your life. And so many people know about you and aspire to be exactly like you, including us at Kong. We love what you're doing,
yeah,
right?
definitely, man.
You know, and I mean, like I said, like the first day I saw you and I found out, hey, you did Uncle Waffles. Because I was so impressed with that, right? Because I said no. I remember I got a creative brief. Nova said, hey, you got to do this cover art. And he sent me, okay, these are the hot ones. And he sent Uncle Waffles, he sent your one.
Oh, I was in the mood for it.
Yeah. And he's like, no, these are the big guys. Because
Yeah.
remember, I'm new to this. I don't do, you know, but I want to get my fingers wet, so my toes or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
So my question is to you is that you worked with so many big mainstream players. You know,
You have many highlights in your
you
career.
got such a massive following on Instagram. You have garnished millions and millions and millions of views through your creative process on the artists you work with. What has been the biggest accomplishment? Because there's just been so many. Is there one thing that you say, hey, you know what, I made it? Is there one thing that stands out from everything to realize, hey, Shala the Unicorn is actually a unicorn?
Man, I don't think I'm there yet. I don't think I have the thing that's like, I made it. And the funny thing is, I don't think I'm ever going to feel like that.
Wow.
I
Because
feel
you're
like,
hungry.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
never going to feel like, I can work with Beyonce tomorrow. I'm never
Right.
going to be like, I made it. Like,
Yeah.
genuinely, I'm just going to be like, okay, what's next? Okay, what's next? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
No, a normal person would be like, yeah, that 10 million views, I got that down.
Nah, I need more. What
Need
do you
more.
mean?
Yeah.
Where's the 100
Where's the 100
million?
million? Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
I love it. I
Yes.
love it.
I don't even think I'll ever stop working, to be honest, because
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Right.
And it's not enough. I need to keep making. I need to, my art teacher that I was telling you about, he was
Right.
like, just continue creating until there's nothing more to create. And I was like, but that's
There's
never.
never, yeah.
And he's like, exactly. I was like, yeah,
Create
actually.
forever.
Yeah, even if it's
What's
just
your
for my
art teacher's
own
name?
benefit. Mr. Daniels.
Mr. Daniels.
Yeah.
Shout out, Mr.
Shout out, Mr.
Daniels.
Shout out Mr. Daniels.
Look what you have created.
Yeah, yeah.
Look what you created.
Deadass, man.
I'm on star.
Yeah. No, that's amazing, man. All right, Shala. Well, right now we've had a very great interview. You know, we've loved having you on the show. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me,
Right?
guys. This was a great conversation.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. And for anyone that is a huge fan of yours, for anyone that knows your work and is inspired by it, what would you like to say to them? Like, what?
Oh,
is-
wait.
What?
We forgot something.
What did we forget?
I asked people questions on Instagram.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
I asked people
wanna
questions
check
on
it out?
Instagram.
There's
Yeah.
a phone. There's a phone. Yeah.
We could probably do like just 3 or something.
Let's do it. Let's
We
do
could
it.
probably just do like 3. But
Yes.
yeah, we
So
almost
just to
forgot.
give you guys context, right?
Yes.
Earlier, Shala put out some
Story,
questions
yeah.
on the grams.
Yes.
And people wanted to know, like, well, she asked, what do you want to find out about her?
Yeah.
So we're going to go through some questions now
Personal questions.
and
Let's see.
find out exactly what people want to know about Shala.
Oh wow, some of them are. You guys are gonna choose because I'm biased.
Yeah, we're gonna choose.
There's some
We're
things
gonna
I am
choose.
not answering, but like.
Just say skip.
Okay.
Just say
Let's see.
skip. Let's keep it professional.
No. I mean, I'm not gonna
wow.
answer, but you guys can go ahead. You guys can just scroll down. there and
wow.
there's just-
Oh my
yeah.
God.
People are asking the craziest
You're
things,
the
Sasha, bro.
craziest things. What
Oh,
the hell?
wow. Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
People are going crazy. Okay, I don't know if you'd be interested in this one, right?
Someone
Yes.
asked, all right.
Oh, dude.
I got
This is
one.
what you go
I got
through.
one. This is funny. Okay, I'm going to stop because Jan's still there.
Yes.
Are you colored?
Am I colored?
That's one of the questions.
One of the
Yeah.
questions.
Why would they want to know
Oh,
that?
my word.
Yeah, sort of like a mixed breed, like a. I'm not mixed, but like I'm mixed on both sides of my parents, so it's just like a pavement special. It's just like everything of everything.
The unique.
Yeah.
You're a unicorn, man.
Magical.
100%. Man, I swear,
Magical.
yo, any influencer that is female, I am so sorry y'all go through this because
Yeah,
yo,
'cause you
guys.
see
Yeah, the
some
guys-
things
yeah, the guys
there.
are
Oh
off
my,
here,
yo,
man.
guys are crazy. How did you get into directing?
How to get into directing?
Yes, that's one.
That's
I-
a decent one.
Decent one.
Nah, I just dived deep into it. I was like, I think I could possibly do this.
Right.
Let me do it. And then I did
There
it.
was nobody who ever supervised you or like looked over what you were doing, and then they were like,
Oh, there was.
Yeah,
was.
yes.
Shout out Nape.
Yes.
Yeah, he was like, you can do this.
Yeah.
Just do it. It's
Right.
easy. And he was directing at the time also. He's still directing.
Sure.
And he's like, you could do it. And I was like, you think I can do it? He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you can do it. And I'm like,
and
yeah.
then you went for it.
And I went for it.
And
I
you did it.
Yeah.
And you killed it.
She dives into the deep end, right?
Yeah.
This is interesting. What's the biggest lesson you've learned in the industry thus far?
People don't care about your work. Like, genuinely, people don't care about the process. They don't care about the heart that goes into it. They don't care. Like, they
That's
didn't.
what you've realized in the industry.
Yeah, they
I would think
genuinely-
they appreciate it.
No.
What?
They don't care.
Really, Shala? After what you've
The people who
accomplished?
consume it care.
Yeah. Oh.
The
okay,
people
I
who
see.
deal with it, they don't care. If you tell them now, it's just gonna take me 2 weeks. They're like, nah, I need it in an hour, because they don't actually care about your process. They don't care about like the outcome. They don't care about, and it's hard. It's a tough pill to swallow, because you really expect people to like give you leeway, and you're like, yo, man, understand what it takes. Now they don't.
Cool. This is an interesting one.
That is a good one.
I suffer with this quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with creative blocks, man?
I usually just do something else. Like I usually just
Change your project or think about something else, or do you move completely to something else when you say that?
I try and stick on the same thing, but I
Yeah.
try to redo it
Oh, okay.
in a
So
completely
you
different
immediately
way.
tackle it. You immediately
Yeah,
tackle it.
I have to.
Repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I'm stuck like right now,
Yeah.
then I'll do the same thing in a completely different way. That's not how I'm supposed to do it, but I'm
Yeah.
like, and it gives me so many new ideas on how I could do this, you know?
Right,
Because then
right.
if I get stuck, it just means that I can't think outside of the box with this particular direction.
Yes.
So just take a new direction and play with it.
Right.
So I just play. If I get stuck, like, for a long time in like what I'm doing, like if it's like a month of a creative block,
Yes.
I literally just pick up a book or I learn a new skill.
What's the longest creative block you've ever had?
Maybe like a year.
A year.
Really?
Maybe like a year, yeah.
No way.
Wow.
But I
Yeah.
think you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself for you to say that.
Yeah.
Because when I think creative blocks is generally on a project, right?
Yeah.
For you to say that, Shala, you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. For you to,
But it's necessary, it's necessary because then I have to push, I have to push. But
100%,
like,
yeah.
I think my longest has been a year, and I just was like not satisfied with anything
Right.
for a whole year, and I just felt like I was stuck. I just felt like I couldn't do anything.
Right.
but you kept on pushing.
Of course.
I kept on pushing. I just took a step back from actually making things, and I was like, let me learn. Let me just learn. Let me not make anything. Let me just learn how to make things in
Right.
general, whatever it is. Let me try and remember how to draw a portrait.
Yeah.
And I did that, and
That's,
and
that's
it
very
helps,
interesting.
it
I
helps
haven't heard that
me.
before. So you almost educate yourself, like, or learn a new skill or something.
Yeah,
That
because
is amazing. That's how you deal with a creative block.
I
Man,
learned
that
something.
is so
Yeah, I
cool.
learned something. If I'm like, I need to learn how to. If I get stuck with a painting, I'm like, you know what? I should learn how to design a logo. Let's go.
Right.
That is
Yeah.
so dope, man.
Yeah.
You tackle
Yeah, I
a problem with doing more work.
And it scares me sometimes because I went for like a IV drip, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
I don't like needles. So like this lady comes in, she's like, just before she puts it in, she's like, go to your happy place. And then I turn away and she does
Great
it.
advice.
And then she's like, where did you go? I said, to work.
Wow.
And she's like, I'm like, yeah, man, I went to work,
That is
guys.
the creative process.
Yeah, don't you guys ever get that thing where you're like, I can't wait to finish this work so I can get some free time to do some more work.
No, I know exactly.
Yes.
I
You know
know
what I mean?
exactly
You know what
that
I mean?
feeling.
It's
I
like
know
a-
exactly that
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
Because I'm so overswarmed right now in what we're doing. But then my way of dealing with it to take a break is to start a new business.
Oh, you see? You see?
Yeah.
No, I know, yeah.
Nah,
You know,
definitely. Even
You see?
straight
put
up.
in perspective
Even as
100%.
even as a creative, just in general, me, like when it comes to all the stuff that we're doing, everything here also overwhelming, but there's other segues that we're going into,
Yeah.
other creative spaces that you want to venture
Exactly.
into, and that's what we're doing.
And it gives
that's
you
what
a
I'm
different
doing.
perspective on
Yeah.
other things. Like this podcast is going to show you new things about the photo studio here.
sure.
The photo studio is going to show you new things about video.
Yes.
The video is going to show you new things about
Yeah.
how to conduct with
Music.
like whatever music.
Everyone who walks in here shows us something new, man.
Exactly. So they all just like tie
Yeah.
into each other. They all give you a different perspective. It's like that
Right.
thing that I said of having different sources all around you just so you can make them work together to make something new.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Well, Shala, we went through your Instagram. Some questions very good. Others, whew,
Yeah, you got a lot of weird
testy,
guys.
testy
See, I
questions.
told you. I told you.
Right,
But there's
yeah.
also legit people that ask very good questions.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
So I
yeah,
think-
Yeah, I'm
Insightful
gonna make an effort
questions.
to answer them all. Like, I will.
No,
yeah.
that-
Not all of them, because some of them, wow.
Some are crazy, yeah.
Yeah,
But with
eh?
regards to the fans that asked you the good questions, just your fans in general, anyone who's a fan of you, who loves what you do, what is the future for Shala the Unicorn? What would you like to say to them? If you want to give them a message, there's your camera right there.
And what we can expect from
Yeah,
Shala
what
as
can we
well,
expect? I'm sure it's a lot,
For one, I don't have fans. I don't feel like I have fans. Like,
Okay.
I have genuine friends. Like,
Okay.
Man, we your fans.
no, like I definitely can't do this without you. And like on days that are dark and I'm just like demotivated, like someone random just pops a message and is like, Shala, I believe in you so much, you can do it,
wow.
And then just like, I was doing something and whatever.
Yeah.
Or they ask for my help. They're like, I'm studying art and I'm in matric and I'm stuck on this one art movement. Can you explain it for me? And I will, genuinely.
right.
I don't, it doesn't matter who you are. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, I have friends. Like, if you want to talk about anything, like, I'm genuinely there.
Yeah.
And ready to be available for you, like, for real.
Hmm.
But what you can expect from me, only the hits, man.
Only the hits.
Only
Only
the
hits.
hits. Trust me, there's some very, very interesting collaborations coming.
Yes.
And They are all of our favorites, I'm telling you.
Yes.
And I'm so excited.
We're excited.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so glad people could trust me like this.
Right.
Yeah, trust me to be weird.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, let's be weird together.
Right. I like how you say creative is weird. It's like a bunch of misfits coming together.
Yeah, just doing whatever they found in their heads.
Whatever
Weird,
it is.
man.
Right.
Weird. Yeah.
Weird.
I know, but Shala, you know, I must say thank you firstly for joining us on our show. Thank you for
Yes.
coming through. You know, I lost track of this, what we were saying like twice already. It's bad, right? Because, you know, we're trying to keep it together here, right? And, which means like it was so engaging and so fun. And I learned alone so much from you, more than I did a few hours ago, right? And I want to work on a project with you. I think it'd be so exciting. We must come up with this little passion project and, you know, work together because, I mean, I think we going down the same kind of path, you know, and it was really a pleasure, you know, meeting you and trying to figure out who is Shala the Unicorn. But from our side, man, we wish you all the success.
All the best.
All the success.
All
if
the best.
you ever need anything, you know where's our door. You can please come in, knock whenever, speak to the guys. Please feel welcome to come through. You're not a normal person here, ma'am. You know, you are now part of the family tree. Whoever comes on the show is part of the family tree.
100%.
Part of the family tree. Please feel, if you need anything from us, if you ever want to hit us up, you need a favor, please feel free. We are legit studio business that you can come through, but like you're not a normal person, so there won't be normal stuff happening with us. You know?
Oh, definitely. I'm excited about that.
dope.
That's the selling point right there. Yeah.
And then, and I think, you know, you always the person that do the creative behind the camera.
Yes.
Right. Kong wants to just throw in a little change there. What we want to do is we want to put you in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And so from our side, we're going to do a free photo shoot for you to the value of $3,000. All right.
Yes.
You come through, whenever schedule it, but we want to do it like proper. Do clothes changes. You know, if you got concepts, please throw it out there.
Oh,
But
lovely.
we want to do a full-on photo shoot of you only, ma'am.
Right.
All right. And then it'll be good to have you in front of the camera.
Yeah,
Instead
for
of-
once.
For once.
Yes.
For
camera.
once.
Right.
And you know, like you say, you look good. So, you know, that's
Let's do it.
fantastic.
100%, right?
But
You
man,
guys are
thank
gonna
you.
see. You guys are in for it. You guys are in for it. You guys set yourselves
You
out.
know, she said she dives in the deep end. I think we just dove in the deep end, bro.
You know what?
Have you ever seen firewater, grass, soil in a studio? You're gonna see it.
Lord.
You're gonna see it.
Right.
Well, that I'm excited for it, man.
We're
So
excited for the
but
concepts.
once again, thank you very much, though.
Thank you so much. So, Shala, that is it, guys. That is our guest for the day for this show. Thank you for tuning in to another great episode of Kongcast. Remember to like, subscribe, share. You know, anybody that is a viewer out there. Conquerors, from everybody here at Kong Republic, we'd like to say safe. Bye, y'all.
Kong Republic, I like speaking your truth on the mic. Hit the subscribe and like. Time to
Kongcast.